we move to the next video and we talk about two big things also happening very soon. One of them being WWE 2k23, also the Vince McMahon story that I was going to cover in the last video, and the Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame. Starting with the Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame, we got another inductee into this year's class. Last year's class saw the first inductees announced for the Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame. Those included Dave Prazak, Tracy Smothers, among others. And this year, it's a much-deserved class as Game Changer Wrestling hosts another year for the Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame with Cheerleader Melissa, Christopher Daniels, and now Jimmy Jacobs being announced for this year's class. Daniels will be inducted by his longtime friend Kazarian, while Cheerleader Melissa will be inducted by long-term manager or longtime friend and former promoter Dave Prazak. And by that I mean Cheerleader Melissa used to work for Shimmer, which is Dave Prazak's promotion. And Jimmy Jacobs will be inducted by longtime friend Alex Shelley into the Hall of Fame over WrestleMania weekend. The Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame induction will take place on April 2nd at noon West Coast time at the Millennium Ballroom, live site from WrestleCon. Again, Game Changer Wrestling is behind the Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame, and Jimmy Jacobs, the former WWE creative team member, who has been working on the creative team in Impact Wrestling for the better part of the last couple of years, will be the newest inductee into the Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame. Like I said, we also got an update on WWE 2k23, but we will get to the Vince McMahon update first. As multiple news sites reported, Vince was there at Raw last night, and everyone was salivating at the idea of why. Why was Vince there? And everybody was worried. I don't know if they were salivating, but they were worried as they were salivating to find out more information. But the fact of the matter is, Vince was just there to visit John Cena, because Vince and John Cena have been friends for years. And the fact of the matter is, they don't get to see each other that often. So Vince wanted to go see his friend. You know, that's pretty much it. Vince just wanted to go see his friend. And he did that's it. It wasn't anything with creative. It wasn't anything where Vince was upping his stock in the company or anything like that. Vince just wanted to go see his friend. And that's pretty much it. But now we move over to something else, and that is that WWE 2k23 is adding an AI logic system that is similar to the games from the Fire Pro Wrestling franchise. With this system, the players will be able to edit wrestlers' logic in-game and make it where they will go through matches in a similar fashion that they would in real life. For example, players can make it where Omos never does a dive in a match, or make it where someone like Roman Reigns can't do a springboard type maneuver. This is yet another setting in the game that helps it become more realistic to all players. In the past, fans have complained that stars like Steve Austin or Mark Henry would go to the top rope and do an elbow drop in the game that would almost never happen in real life as a real life setting. I for one don't, how do I put it? I for one did not see this logic. Like, I never thought about this type of thing. But I could understand it because I don't often see people like Mark Henry go to the top rope when I do matches. And that says a lot with the amount of matches that I've done. But also, I never really, you know, I'm not going to say I don't really do matches with people like Mark Henry because I sometimes do, but it's just like, I guess I never notice it, maybe is the right way to put it. And the one thing I wish is that, or the one thing I hope for is that it is that you can either make it where it's a generalized for specific weight divisions, or generalized for specific types of talent, maybe whatever. But to say that I'm actually going to spend the time and go through each individual person to set up their AI ground, AI tendencies. Honestly, I highly doubt I'm going to do that. It's a cool addition, but I don't know that I'm actually going to do that. It is a cool addition, though. I just hope that maybe they can give you like a generalized option to where you can cover a majority of the talent and don't have to do it all for each individual talent. Either way, though, WWE 2k23 is set to release on March 17th for PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, PC, and PC via Steam. But you can pre-order the game, but fans can play the game on March 14th by pre-ordering the deluxe edition or icon version of the game. On March 6th, the entire DLC roster was announced for WWE 2K23. This report is from Fightful. So if you want more information on the game, check out Fightful or any other news outlets covering any information on WWE 2K23. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I will be looking at WWE 2K23 in the summertime, or at getting WWE 2K23 in the summertime. So it's going to be a little bit before I get 2K23, but either way, 2K23 once again is set to release on March 17th. With that being said, though, that is it for the news cycle today, and I will see you in the next video.